Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. I guess you can welcome me back since I've been gone for such a long, long time. Nonetheless, I am back. The Father has sent me to bring out many of the things that He has shared with me because it's very vital, especially in these times and the coming times. For those who are returning, I want to reintroduce myself. I know that I've introduced myself as Alicia, which I am Alicia. That's one of my names. But the Father has instructed that He wants me to use my name, Wendy. So I am Prophetess Wendy. He also instructed me to use my title because He gave it to me for a reason. So I will not deter in using the title regardless of who wants to be upset and make stories about it. I am called as a prophet. I am sent as a prophet, not of my own self, but of the one who called me, the Lord Jesus Christ. So, as He instructed, I will go forth by utilizing the title He gave me. So, Prophetess Wendy here. I have a dream I want to share that the Lord wants me to bring. Actually, there's two of them. I have two dreams. I'm going to be reading from my book, so please bear with me if I'm looking down, because I want to make sure that I'm saying exactly what I saw in the dream. And this dream has been from April. So, though I remember the scene in my head, details, I have to read it so I'm not mistaken or leaving anything out, okay? So this dream is about Jesus. I had it April 6, 2025. And I titled it The Lion of Judah. Okay. I remember going to my car, but when we got to my car, a few people looking like teenage children, maybe early teenage, maybe 13, 14, run about there. They got into my car, but when I got to my car, I was thinking, I might be mistaken that this is my car because I did not know them, right? So when I started to see there's no other car that looked like mine except the one that I'm looking at with people clearly in it, I thought about the bag that I left in the front of my car, the front seat. So I peeked in the car to see, and I saw it and realized it was mine. I got them out. They started to run away. And I caught them and held the girl, the one that was the driver or was about to be the driver. She was the one in the driver's seat. I caught her and I told her I was calling the police. But for some reason, we got to talking and realized later on that I didn't call the police. So I asked, who called the police? And apparently no one did. None of us called the police. She thought I should just let her go, but I said no. She was laying on her belly, and as I was holding her hands behind her back, I noticed she had a wound on her lower back. We were discussing something when all of a sudden the sky, which was a night sky, but what seems like clouds, started to look like an Arctic ice. So like frosted ice, but it was like hard ice. I hope that is making sense. It was like thick ice. Like, perfect example is like when you go ice skating and you have that glossy ice that's on the ground that people skate on. That was like in the sky. Even though night skies usually don't carry clouds like that, you'll see a clear sky with the stars and whatever, the moon and stuff that is in the sky in dark. This one was overcast with ice, right? So this kind of seems like clouds, started to look like Arctic ice, and it was rolling. We saw a piece of it breaking away. It looked dangerous, so we all started running. So at this time, the big brick of ice that is covering a section of the sky started to break. So you could see like it's cracking, and then it broke away. Piece of it broke away and was like flying out of the sky. So of course that looked dangerous. So we started to run. So we all started running towards the building to take cover. But I noticed that a piece of the ice, the one that broke away, was running behind us. So it was following us in the direction that we were going. It was right behind us. Like it knew how to just go in the direction that we were going. It wasn't just ice falling out of the sky. It was particularly going in our direction, running behind us. I got on the corridor and saw a corner. 3 of us took cover in that corner, and that piece of ice followed us there. And I had my hands over my eyes, but not tightly, as like a little child, not looking yet peeping. So basically like this. Right. Still wanting to see. I noticed the ice was like the face of the Lion of Judah. And he started to talk. It was such a frightening voice. If you ever heard the Lord speak, well, it depends. Yahuwah's voice is bounding. It can be real frightening. Not that he's trying to scare you or anything, but it can be so bounding. It will sound scary, but it's not intended to frighten you. Maybe sometimes, but he just talks like that. And that's why he doesn't really talk to people all the time in that manner, because it's kind of a scary thing. As if you were in trouble, except I don't think it was as such. I was shocked. I can't remember what he said. Then he left. When we started to leave the corner, the others who were there in the corner with me, they were telling me that he spoke to them. And one of the girls, I think this one was the one who was trying to steal my car, was describing him to me like I saw him, like the face of a lion, right? So she also was describing exactly how I saw the ice frame as the face of a lion. It's like confirming with me that I saw what I saw, basically, because they saw it too. Then all of a sudden, the sky rolled back again, and I saw a dark cloud like a pillar of fire formed in the sky. Like a pillar of fire formed in the head of a lion. So basically it was a pillar of cloud. It looks like a dark cloud, but it was a pillar of cloud. But within the pillar of cloud that was shaped like a face of a lion, there was a light, like fire, within the cloud. So it was illuminated by the fire that was within it, but the shape of the cloud was in the form of a lion's head. Moving in the sky. It was moving in the sky. I was amazed but terrified. It came around to where we were, to a neighbored building. It put his face, like this is the outside of the building, and then he put its face through the building, because it was like let's say Jesus is a spirit, like how spirits will just walk through or come through because they don't have body to have an impediment of walls and stuff like that. So it was basically like that. The pillar of cloud in the shape of the lion's head was able to put the whole cloud within the building. Like he pushed his head through the building, right? straight through the building. And then we heard him say, "Your enemies are my enemies. Your enemies are my enemies." I saw the face of the lion. It was Jesus. He had long, flowy locks and dark skin that was glowing. Even though it was in the form of a cloud, I could see his natural essence. So after the pillar of fire cloud went into the building to declare, "Your enemies are my enemies. Your enemies are my enemies." Then when it backed back out of that building, the cloud that was formed in the lion's head, you see how the lion has the mane, right? The face of the lion started to become the face of a man. And this man was Jesus. So the lion's face started to transform into the face of a man. Then the lion's mane was transforming into what I saw looking like locks, right? So Jesus's face came alive like a human being, right? And then his hair was like locks. And I could see that he was dark skinned and he had locks. And I was amazed. Of course, his skin was glowing. He's beautiful. I think he is beautiful. His skin was glowing. It was dark. It was glowing, and his locks was long, and it was just beautiful. Everything about him was beautiful. And I was like, oh my goodness. Then he started to go back the direction where he came from. Now the cloud is formed into a full lion walking towards the heavens. So after he showed his natural essence of him looking like how he was as a human being on earth with his dark, homey skin, he was glowing. His skin was glowing and dark, and his hair was long with locks, right? After he transformed from the lion's head into his natural essence of a human, then he transformed back the cloud into now a full figure lion, the Lion of Judah. He transformed back into not just the head of the lion, but the whole body of the lion. Now, the lion was going back in the direction it came from, back to the clouds, back to the sky, right? Remember I said the sky rolled and then appeared this pillar of fire, right? In the form of a lion's head. He's going back in that direction, but this time in his full Lion of Judah essence, a full lion, right? He was walking like side to side like this. He wasn't on fours, no, he was on two, and then he was walking. So I saw the back of the lion just walking back towards the clouds, the sky, rather. The heavens, and we all gathered, much people. There was a lot of people, black people, mostly. I saw Hispanic because that girl who was stealing my car, she seemed more Hispanic to me, but nonetheless, she's a part of Israel, right? So he was walking, and then there was much people, much of us was surrounded there. And as he was walking, we were walking behind the direction, like he's going in the heavens, in the sky, but we are following behind him on ground, and we're chanting, "Hail, hail, the Lion of Judah! Hail, hail, the Lion of Judah! Hail, hail, the Lion of Judah! We are Judah! We are Judah! We are Judah! Hail, hail, the Lion of Judah! Hail, hail, the Lion of Judah! We are Judah! We are Judah!" Repeatedly we were doing that. And then after he disappeared, I remember I was talking to someone, and I asked them if they saw that he had locks, and if they saw that he was dark skinned, and they said yes. And I woke up. Of course, when I woke up, it didn't just stop there. I was super excited and all that. Went into praying and worshiping, and the Lord gave me many prophecies for the tribe of Judah and also for Israel. I recorded those. Maybe I'll share them at another time, what I recorded. But the essence of this dream is in regards to the Israelites and mainly Judah, that he is coming. Well, he's already here. And his declaration was, your enemies, meaning our enemy, are his enemy. So whoever is the enemy of his people have made themselves his enemy, right? And the fact that he was bringing out his truth, that indeed he was a black man. He was a black man. And not only that he was black, because many people know, not many, but there's people who know that he was black. There's people who are not accepting that Jesus, the Messiah, who walked the earth, was actually a person of color. He was black, right? Like me. Actually, he was darker than me, but you get what I'm saying. Not only that, he had locks. He had locks. He had locks. Okay? He had locks. And he was dark-skinned. Now, I will share the other dream before I go in further detail of what I'm saying. The next dream I had, it was September 29, 2025. And I titled this one, White Jesus Out, Black Jesus In. I had a dream that an angel came to me and said, the angel came to me and he said, he's going to dethrone white Jesus and enthrone black Jesus. In a sense, he was basically saying he was getting rid of white Jesus so black Jesus can take his rightful place. He then went, threw out white Jesus, and black Jesus took his rightful place. And I knew it was done.